Good afternoon, Forest family. How y'all doing today? Today is Wednesday, April 9th. Hopefully y'all woke up on the right side of the bed. Hopefully y'all having a great one day today. Today, you guys, we're gonna talk about it's a hard subject. I ain't even gonna lie to you. My kids are growing up without their dad. Those of you who know I grew up without a father figure in my life. When I first started asking about my father, I was about 12 years old. I remember asking my grandparents what he looked like and who he was and what was he about, what type of person he was, but they didn't know for sure. Those of you who know, something happened to my mother when she was living in the group home. I'm not gonna get into what, but it was an unthinkable situation, and I'll never forget the times my mom would cry about seeing other kids with their fathers, and I didn't get to do, the father-daughter dances, spending time with my father and things like that. I got to spend a lot of time with my grandparents and my mom a lot, but I never really got to know who he was. Fast forward 34 years later, I wouldn't know him if he came up to me today. And my kids are experiencing the exact same thing I've already experienced in life. And I always said that I wanted to have children, but I didn't want my children to go through what I went through. Those of you who know, her biological dad wasn't in her life for about 8.5 of those years. And the last year he was alive, that's the longest time she spent with him, was a year and maybe 2 months. Our son is 3.5, and he's going through what Talasia's going through right now, but she's going through it twice, and it really, really hurts. Growing up without a father is something that a child should never have to go through. They should never have to experience. I did call their dad today, and I left a message like, hey, if you don't want to be a part of the kid's life, just say that. If you can't do anything for him, just say it. If you just don't want to be there at all, just tell me ahead of time, because I don't want to keep wasting my time on asking you to do things if you're not going to do it, or giving the love and the joy and the spending time and the fatherly bond with their son and daughter that you never got to experience yourself. I always say that when you love your children, you go out of your way to show them that you love them and show them you want to spend time with them. There's a lot of mothers and fathers that do deserve, that are step parents, that do deserve to spend time with children that aren't biologically theirs, even ones that already have a mom who's playing both parts. It can take a toll on that person. Those of you who know, it's been almost 2 weeks, and these 2 weeks have been the most roller coasterest 2 weeks I've ever seen in my life. I always say that I'm gonna be alright, that I'm gonna be okay, that I'm gonna get up from this. I'm gonna, move to the next level in life. But it's easier than said than done. you go through heartbreak of watching your kids go through the same thing you went through, it hurts. It really does hurt. Like, I'm not gonna tell y'all that it doesn't hurt. I'm sick about it right now. And I'm not saying that I should feel that way, and I'm not saying I shouldn't feel that way. I am upset with their dad because of the fact you're putting them last instead of putting them first when you're supposed to be putting them first as a parent. Those of you who know, I put them first. I don't put myself first. I make sure my kids have everything they need before I even do what I need to do for myself. And it makes a difference for me. I always say to people, if you don't want to have children, don't have them. If you do want to have children, make sure it's with the right person. Sometimes you have to wait till you find the right person find you. I have been talking to a couple guys who are interested in me, who like me, and different things of that nature. But I said to a friend of mine, he said something that really triggered me when I was telling him about the job interview that I had today, but I don't have enough to get there and to get back, and then go to my job that I have to check the schedule, come back, go to the grocery store and come back, and then go see my kids and come back. There's just a lot of back and forth. And I don't have that kind of money. I'm trying to save my money so I can go to work this weekend and stuff like that. If I do work this weekend, I don't know if I do or not, and things like that. Like I said, it's a lot to take on as a mom of 3. Y'all know I don't take care of my other daughter. She gets taken care of by her dad full time. I send her money when I can, if I have it to give. This month I wasn't able to really send her anything. He had to borrow from a couple of his family members to make sure she had everything she needed. And stuff. It's just a lot, y'all. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of numb about the situation. I'm upset. I'm just so many different things. It's not even funny. And I'm an amazing person. I'm an amazing, strong black woman. I've been through so many different things. But this phases me a lot right now. And I'm not saying I'm going to get over it. I'm not saying it's not going to take time to get over. I'm not going to tell you I'm not in my feelings. I'm not going to tell you I'm not mad or I'm not sad or not at peace or I haven't cried or anything like that. I'm not going to tell you I haven't done that. Because I have done that a lot here lately. And it's really tearing me up that my kids have to go through what I already went through in life. And it hurts. It really does hurt. I have thought about maybe giving them up for adoption. I did. That crossed my mind a couple times. I'm not saying that would be the best decision. I'm not saying it would be okay. Or anything like that. But I have thought about that because I feel like if you're taking care of both children and you're doing both parts, and you don't have anyone to really help you do the things that they're supposed to do, it takes a total. And after a while, you get overwhelmed, you get frustrated, you get irritated, you get so many different feelings. And you just don't know what you want to do, I don't want to give up on my kids. I don't want to give them up for adoption. I don't want to give them the CPS or DCS or anything like that. But I feel like that's the only choice there is if I don't start getting help from their dad like I'm supposed to. I hate to say that, and it irks me to say it. It hurts to say it, and it hurts to feel that way. And to experience certain things, I'm experiencing so many different emotions, you guys. and my emotions are everywhere. I don't know whether to be mad or to be sad or to be frustrated or to be this or to be that. I have been praying. I have been manifesting. I have been writing in my journal and stuff. I've been doing some stuff, but I haven't done a whole bunch of, things that I would like to do and everything. But I'm hoping it gets better. If it gets worse before it gets better, that's okay. If it gets better before it gets worse, then that's okay too. I want help, but I'm not gonna beg and plead for it if it's not gonna be given. If it's given, that's fine. If not, it's fine too. Because at the end of the day, I still have to do what's best for me. And my children are the biggest supporters in my life. And I want to make the best decision possible. Because like I said to him on his answer machine, if you don't want to be a part of their lives, just say so. Because I'm not going to continue to waste my children's time waiting for you to decide if you want to be a part of them or not. Because you're missing out on so many milestones, so many things that's coming up for them that I'm excited about. Our son is potty training and he's missing out on that right now. And it hurts that he's missing out on that he hasn't, seen him do it in front of him or, train him to do it. And then, he's got other people helping him potty train and stuff like that. So by him missing out on that and other things that Talasia's doing as being a Girl Scout, selling girl cookies, being in a Girl Scout troop and stuff like that, he's missing out on that as well. And I know she's been upset about it. She's been crying about it. She wants to see him and stuff. But I'm just like, baby, sometimes people just don't know how to raise their children. Sometimes they don't know how to be there for their children because they don't know how to be there for their own self sometimes. So I said sometimes some people just don't deserve to be a part of your life. Some people do. It just depends on who they are. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, comment, hit your notification bell off every time I drop a video. Love you guys so much. And I'll talk to y'all later.